Hello, professionals. My name is Rico Aladdin, and I am the founder of Professional Lunch. Today, we have a very special guest with us. His name is Mike. I'm going to give Mike a chance to introduce himself and what he does. So, Mike, thank you so much for coming on to Professional Lunch today. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much for the opportunity to chat and share some stories.
Absolutely. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm a father of three.
Okay.
And you know what? That pretty much consumes most of my life. I work at West Fargo Events. We're a nonprofit in the West Fargo area that manages public programming and some public facilities that just try to better everyone else's lives around us and try to provide some quality of life improvements for our citizens.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. The reason why I have this conversation with professionals like yourself is to give college students, less experienced professionals, early career professionals, even high school students, a window into the careers they are pursuing, they want to pursue. So tell us a little bit about your background so we can take this line of question towards that.
Sure. In the past, I was very unsure what I wanted to be and why, especially. You hear people all the time talk about figuring out your why, and I think that changes in life. But, at the time that I got into recreation and tourism studies, which is where I got my degree from UND, the few things that I did know is that I liked parks and recreation. I liked athletics, especially. And I had an older brother that was in the industry, and so I followed in his footsteps, believe it or not. But then as that path grew from athletics and parks and recreation and starting out with just simply what I knew, it really evolved quite a bit through the combination of mentorship and opportunity to become so much more.
Wow.
And that's kind of where I found my why in life. To be able to help other people, create cool things, be proud of myself, and provide things for others, which is ultimately what gives people purpose. What I feel gives people purpose on the back end, which is kind of that return on investment for your career. So I started out I went to a junior college initially, and then I went to University of North Dakota for a recreation and tourism studies degree, and then I started with an internship in hockey, believe it or not, with the Fargo Force. Yeah,
okay.
At the time it was the Urban Plains Center that they were stationed out of, and then that became Shields Arena as we know it now. The Fargo Force started in the mid 2000s, and so I was able to get a start there with them in 2009, and then from there I went out to Williston and was the beneficiary of wonderful opportunity. And I was lucky enough to get an opportunity in Williston to be a recreation coordinator for the park district. And I served in that role for a few years, eventually became facilities supervisor and then facilities director before my time ended after 9.5 years in Williston. I was lucky enough at the end of that 9.5 years that the opportunity in West Fargo came about to be able to manage some public facilities, and so my family moved this way to be a part of the growth in West Fargo, and we are beyond excited about the amazing things that have happened in West Fargo and the entire Fargo-Moorhead region as well, because we've been benefactors of that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, you talk about mentorship, and you have been blessed to have many people who give you opportunities for you to explore many things. So, but we can understand that may not be necessarily the case for somebody out there watching this show right now. So what would be your advice to someone in school right now who does not have all these opportunities coming their way? What would you tell them as how they can start their career, what they can do?
Well, the opportunities may not be presenting themselves yet, but they're there.
Okay.
The best advice my father ever gave me was keep my eyes and ears open and my mouth shut, and all. and quite honestly, that goes into mentorship as well. You've got to be receptive to learning from these people that have experience or the ability to give you some sort of education, no matter what it may be, whether it be in the academic realm, whether it be in the internship or workplace realm. There's opportunity everywhere. You just need to be motivated enough to go out and find it and see those opportunities and capitalize on them. For example, my internship came about completely by chance. I had no idea who I was speaking with at the time. He was a father of a child that I was coaching in youth hockey. And we got to talking about hockey. I found out that he was a very high level manager of a hockey team and was building a brand new hockey facility in Fargo. And just through conversation, that opportunity presented itself. So I'm a great example of, you have no idea what you're getting into. You can't plan it with a roadmap and know in advance. A lot of times you just got to get out and meet people and talk, and all of a sudden these opportunities will present themselves.
Yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. So now I really want that for students who are watching this to take a lot from your story, because you have a great story. I make countless a big number of students that tell me that I don't know what I want yet. I'm undecided. I'm just taking this class because, well, so and so say I should take this class, but I don't know what I want. So, what do you think that those students who are undecided can specifically do for them to set up their career? Because you mentioned you did yours, selfishly, thinking about what you love, but sometimes that may not be so obvious to them. So, what do you suggest?
Well, sometimes I think that we have this methodology of education where we put people in boxes and then we tell them these are your options of what you can do someday. But I would encourage people, take a much different approach to that. Identify what you like to do and then explore those interests to try to find something that fits, or checks most of those boxes. So for example, I took my love of travel and recreation and athletics, and we found a way to bundle that into a career, and we just chased those things that we enjoyed, and that we talk all the time with students about find your why. Your why may be helping other people. Your why may be supporting your family. There's a lot of different things that happen in one's life, and that why is going to change all the time.
Yeah.
So rather than trying to have this perfect roadmap with step by step where we're just finding the answers and checking off boxes, I would encourage people to do less of the soul searching of matching everything up for the perfect career and just chase opportunities where they present themselves now. So if you enjoy learning about certain things, you've got something there. I enjoyed social studies. That's what led me to travel, was to learn about other people, to see the world, to gobble up anything I could that was different and new. Because I love that spark that you feel when you learn something and you think that someone or a civilization or a place is interesting.
Yes.
And so you can take all of those personal interests that you have and you can turn that into your very own career. And following those interests is what will lead you towards ultimately finding a job or a career or a field of study that is rewarding to you. And once it's rewarding to you, you've kind of found that why.